Before we begin, I want to ask you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It helps me keep sharing real-life stories like this, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please share them in the comments. It all started with a smirk. I'll never forget it. We were at a friend's gathering, laughing over drinks, when she leaned back, eyes glinting with mischief, and said, "All the men line up for me." At first, I laughed it off. I wanted to believe it was a joke, just one of her teasing remarks. But something in her tone made my stomach tighten, a mixture of pride and challenge that didn't belong in a casual comment. I didn't say anything then. I just smiled, hoping it was my imagination. But later, alone in the car, replaying her words, doubt began creeping in. Why would she say that? Did she mean it? And if she did, who were these men? Over the next few days, subtle things started to stand out. She would answer calls and immediately put the phone away when I entered the room. Texts would pop up on her screen, just long enough for me to catch a glimpse before she swiped them out of sight. She was distant at times, lost in thought, and at other times, unusually defensive when I asked about her day. I started questioning myself. Was I being paranoid? Was my insecurity driving me to see danger where there was none? But deep down, a small voice kept nagging me, whispering that something wasn't right. Then one afternoon I saw it, a message on her tablet, left open on the couch. I froze. There were names I recognized, men she had mentioned before casually as just friends. But the words didn't feel casual. The tone was intimate, teasing, and undeniably flirtatious. My heart pounded, my hands shook, and for a moment I couldn't breathe. I confronted myself first before confronting her. Was I imagining things? Was I overreacting? But the nagging sense of betrayal refused to fade. I began noticing more. Small gifts, little notes. The way her phone always seemed to buzz when I wasn't looking. And whenever I tried to ask, she laughed it off or changed the subject. But there was a tension in her smile that made me uneasy. The breaking point came at another gathering, months later. This time, she was with her friends, all of them chatting and laughing. She smirked again, confident, almost smug, as if daring me to challenge her. And something in me snapped. I called out their names. One by one, the men she had been messaging, the ones she had joked about, claiming they lined up for her. Silence fell across the group. Her friends froze, eyes wide, mouth suddenly closed. I watched her face change, shock, panic, guilt, and maybe a hint of regret, but too little, too late. The power she had wielded in that room, the teasing, the games, dissolved in the quiet exposure. I felt a strange mixture of relief and heartbreak. Relief that the truth was finally out, heartbreak because the woman I loved had made a choice to deceive me. When we left, I didn't speak. I didn't need to. I had seen it, felt, and finally understood it. The betrayal wasn't just about the messages or the flirtations. It was the trust she had destroyed, the promises she had broken, and the way our life together had been quietly undermined without my knowledge. In the weeks that followed, I wrestled with my emotions. Every memory of our life together, the small routines, the inside jokes, the lazy Sunday mornings, was tinged with doubt. Had any of it been real, or had it all been colored by her lies? I felt anger, yes, but also a profound sadness, a sense of mourning for the future I thought we would have. I confronted her eventually. I wanted answers, closure, some acknowledgement of the pain she had caused. She didn't deny it. She tried to explain, to justify herself, to claim that it had been harmless, that it hadn't meant anything. But the words fell hollow. The damage was done. Trust, once broken, doesn't come back with explanations. The emotional fallout was intense. I questioned myself, my judgment, and even my worth. But slowly, I began to find clarity. I realized that my life, my self-respect, and my peace could not be dependent on someone who had repeatedly shown they didn't value them. I began reclaiming small pieces of myself. Time with friends I had neglected, hobbies I had abandoned, quiet moments alone where I could think and breathe without fear or doubt. The hardest part wasn't just letting go of her. It was letting go of the love I still felt. The memories still stung, but over time, I began to see them not as lies, but as lessons. Lessons about boundaries, about trust, about valuing myself enough to walk away from deception. In the end, closure didn't come from confrontation or apology. It came from quiet strength, from standing up in my own life, from deciding that betrayal, no matter how painful, would not define me. The smirk she once wore, the arrogance and the games, they no longer had power over me. I learned that love without respect and trust isn't love at all. I learned that betrayal, while devastating, can illuminate the strength you never knew you had. And I learned that moving forward, rebuilding your life, and reclaiming your self-worth is not just possible, it's necessary. To anyone out there who has experienced betrayal, who has felt the sting of lies and deception, your life is yours. Your love is valuable. And the person who smirks while hiding the truth, they were never yours to begin with. If this story resonated with you, please subscribe to my channel for more real-life stories. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your experiences, how you reclaimed your life, or the lessons you've learned after someone you trusted broke your heart.